Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to begin the July 12th organizational meeting, and we will begin by giving the oath of office to our new superintendent, Dr. Antoni Sinanis. We're going to go a little bit out of order, okay? So, after me. I,
Tony Sinanis,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of Superintendent of Schools,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of Superintendent of Schools,
Hastings-on-Hudson Union Free School District,
Hastings-on-Hudson Union Free School District,
Town of Greenburgh, Westchester County,
of the Town of Greenburgh, Westchester County,
New York, according to the best of my ability.
New York, according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You have a pen?
Yes. Okay. We took him out of order because one of our board members who needs to be sworn in hasn't arrived yet, but we will go ahead and swear in Christina Mitchell for a 3-year term to the Board of Education. So, Christine, you want to stand? So, I, Christina Mitchell,
do
solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the Office of Board Trustee for a term of 3 years,
of the Office of Board of Trustees for the term of 3 years,
Hastings-on-Hudson Union Free School District,
Hastings-on-Hudson Union Free School District,
Town of Greenburgh, Westchester County, New York,
Westchester County, New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so I now have to ask for the nomination.
Here, I'll take it.
Okay.
You think?
Of the president of the board. So do I have a nomination?
I'd like to nominate Lisa Eggert-Litvin to be the president of the Board of Ed.
Okay, and do I have a second? Eileen, second. And do we have any other nominations for board president? Okay, can I have vote all those in favor? Okay, congratulations. So we'll swear you in as board president. We'll take your name over here. So let's see. Do you want to come over this way with your, you might as well bring your name plaque because you're now going to take this seat.
Okay.
This one?
Yeah, where I am. She'll take mine and then the vice president will take yours. Okay, you're good? Here you go. Okay, so. I, Lisa Eggert-Litvin,
I, Lisa Eggert-Litvin,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of Board President
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of Board President
for the 2017-18 school year,
for the 2017-18 school year,
Hastings-on-Hudson Union Free School District,
Hastings-on-Hudson Union Free School District,
Town of Greenburgh, Westchester County, New York,
Town of Greenburgh, Westchester County, New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Lisa,
I'll go
bring all
gather
your
my
things.
goodies.
And I will move out.
Exactly. Goes back to you.
Okay, where are you going? You have a chair?
I go over here.
Like the other chair. Yeah.
Do you have a printout of the agenda? Do you have a printout of the agenda?
I do.
Okay. So that you know what you got.
Does this mean I start from here?
So, right, you're going to start now. here on number 6, the nomination election of vice president.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. And I will just say thank you, everybody, for your trust and your support, and please always feel free to give me feedback and comments, because I'll need it, especially from you, Eileen. I will need your guidance, and I do just want to say thank you to Eileen for your incredibly devoted service for so many years, and please don't hold back from sharing your guidance. Okay, number 6, nomination and election of the vice president.
Yes, for motion.
Can somebody give a nomination for vice president?
So I nominate Doug Sundin.
And can we have a second?
A second.
Do we have any other nominations? Okay, all those in favor? Welcome, Mr. Vice President.
So you'll come up and you administer the hand.
I do the swearing. Oh, okay. Okay.
Musical chairs.
Okay, so I think he raises his right hand. Is that one for me? Oh, you know what? Yeah. Okay. I, Doug Sondheim,
I, Doug Sondheim,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Board Vice President for the 2017-18 school year,
of the office of Board Vice President for the 2017-2018 school year,
Hastings-on-Hudson Union Free School District,
Hastings-on-Hudson Union Free School District,
Town of Greenberg,
Town of Greenberg,
Westchester County, New York,
Westchester County, New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Okay.
Transfer.
Does Doug need to sign this?
He has to sign the book. He has to sign the book, which is here.
Do we have a pen?
You're signing.
Okay.
Patrick, do you have a computer, a Chromebook for me?
Here, Donna,
Okay.
I have this.
Okay,
It's
so-
okay, I got it. I don't need this.
Next nomination is to appoint the district clerk. Oh, thank you. We need a resolution to appoint the district clerk? Okay, so do I ask for a motion? Do I ask for,
Yeah.
A motion to approve the resolution.
okay, can I have a motion to approve the resolution to appoint the district clerk? So moved. Thank you. And a second, please?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor? Okay, and that's, okay. You stay there? Or you want- Okay. I, Janine Genauer,
I, Janine Genauer,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of district clerk,
of the office of District Clerk,
Hastings-on-Hudson Union Free School District,
Hastings-on-Hudson Union Free School District,
of the town of Greenberg, Westchester County, New York,
of the town of Greenberg, Westchester County, New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability. You can do the rest as a consent.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so thank you for the suggestion. The remainder of the offices we're going to do by consent agenda, and just for a very brief explanation of what that is, that's when we group a number of items together on which we expect that we agree, and we vote on them all at once. And it's a number of various offices, from the 504 compliance officer to who checks on residency to our auditors. There are probably 20 or 30 positions.
Maureen.
They're all listed in the minutes, and they're also listed on the agenda. So if you want to see those earlier, you can find them online. But I'll ask first, does anybody have anything that they want to pull out of those items? Okay. So do I ask now for a motion? Okay, thank you.
Approve items 1 through 44 as a consent.
10 through 42.
Is that right, 10 through 42?
It's 44, actually.
10 through 44?
Yep.
Okay, so can I have a motion to approve items 10 through 44 as a consent agenda? So moved.
And a second?
And a second?
So moved.
Thank you. All in favor? Now, does that conclude our organizational meeting?
No, we have to take up another motion to move into executive session?
From the organizational meeting, okay. So that concludes, I guess, the public portion of the organizational meeting. We're going to seek, just so far as what we're doing, we're going to seek to move into executive session, and then after that, come back and have our regular business meeting. Does that sound correct? Okay. And I know somebody had asked me about the timing of that. Does anybody have a sense of how long our exec session?
Yeah, I don't think it should be more than 20 minutes.
Okay.
More than what?
20 minutes?
Okay.
I think that in our time probably means 30, but...
Fine. So we'll see you back by 4:30.
Hastings time it'll be.
So can I have a motion to move into executive session? Oh, wait, for the purpose of, what is the purpose of our executive session?
Discussing the employment history of a particular person.
Okay.
People.
What she said. May I have a motion? And a second, please?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor? And I think now we have to ask to clear the room for executive session. Is this where I do this?
Go pull through
Yeah,
it.
if you want. Socks off.
Just use that in my head. Thank you, Laura.
Welcome to the July 12th, 2017 meeting of the Hastings-on-Hudson Board of Education. It's our first business of the meeting of the year. And we'll start by recognizing our new superintendent, Dr. Tony Sinanis. And normally I think we would get a announcements, but I don't think we have any tonight.
We don't have any significant announcements. We are working on a bunch of different projects, and I will be sending an email out to the community, just a quick little update in the next couple of days with some of the stuff we've been working on.
Great. I think the next order of business is to swear in Tim Bear, who our other new board member, Christina Mitchell, was sworn in at the organizational meeting, and Tim will be sworn in now.
No.
I, Timothy Bear,
I, Timothy Bear,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Board Trustee
of the Office of Board Trustee
for a term of 3 years
for a term of 3 years
for the Hastings-on-Hudson Union Free School District in Town of Greenburgh,
for the Hastings-on-Hudson Union Free School District of the Town of Greenburgh,
Westchester County, New York,
Westchester County, New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The next part of our meeting would be public comment, but we don't have any public here, so we'll move on to the next portion, which is our business items, and we can move to approve those by consent agenda, and as I explained earlier, that just means we bundle the items that we think don't require discussion, unless anybody wants to pull one out. And just to give a very, very brief overview, many of these are just approving contracts with other school districts where we have to pay because of our children attending schools in other districts. There's a settlement agreement, there's cafeteria pricing, and if anybody wants more detail, you can look on the agenda and then later in the minutes.
Can I just make one request
please.
before you do the consent agenda? I was hoping that we could have a conversation about the meeting schedule for the school year, which is one of the items here. Could we possibly table that for that other additional meeting that I've asked for, so we could talk about that, or no?
The meeting schedule is under old business. It's a separate.
She's only doing the business items.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
That's okay, it's just this.
Good times.
But yeah, you know, and online, it's not as clear as it is on paper. So does anybody have any item that they want to pull out of the business agenda?
I'm good now, I figured out. Sorry.
Okay, so with that, can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda for the business items?
So moved.
And a second, please?
Second.
All in favor? Okay. The next is the placement and services for our special education students. We move by consent agenda for this as well, unless anybody doesn't want to proceed in that way. Okay, may I have a motion to approve the special ed placement and services?
So moved.
And a second, please?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, next is personnel, and again, I believe we're, just FYI, item number 2, we are pulling from the... Tabling that from the agenda, and everything else, I believe we're going to move by consent agenda, unless anybody wants to pull any of the items.
So it's item 1 and 3 through 15,
Thank you.
And then Schedule B also.
and Schedule B.
But Schedule B is part of that? Okay.
And there's a resignation as well.
Yeah, we could do it all.
Okay, so yeah, we have a number of appointments, several Schedule Bs. Schedule Bs are small positions. These are all athletics related, and and a resignation as well. Does anybody want to pull an item? Okay, may I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second?
Second?
All in favor? Okay.
Did that include the amendments?
That's what I was just checking. Did we, I don't know that we did include the amendments.
We didn't.
We can move to.
So the amendments are changing one position from a 10-month to 11th month, and I do want to just call out the second one, which is wonderful, which is, I think, a promotion for one of our cleaners, Bobby Duffy, to be a custodian, and I'm very thrilled that we're promoting from within, and Bobby's done a wonderful job. May I have a motion to approve the amendments? These are items 1 and 2. And a second, please?
Second.
All in favor? Next is the approval of the minutes from the, what's the date of that?
June 20th.
June 20th meeting. May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved?
And a second?
Second.
All in favor? Committee reports. Did we want to move forward on this or put this?
We can talk about this at the next meeting because of time constraints. I just wanted the board to have the documents. This was an effort of parents in the community that are working to, they have some ideas about improving safety around the building that we're working cooperatively with the village and the school district on. But these are things that may require us to partner with them and do some of the items that they've seen other districts have some success with. But we'll talk about it further. I just wanted to make everybody aware because this is something we may try to do for the upcoming school year. With this.
Yeah, that's great. No, it looked like a good plan, and I know a lot of community groups and school groups are on board as well. Are we losing anything timing-wise if we hold off on this? Is there any action that may take?
We hope to have another board meeting. I wanted you to see some of the documents, the working documents. We're hoping to also attend a safety committee in town. I'm waiting back from both the chief and the lieutenant, who I've had some meetings with, about some additional crossing spots, drop-off zones, things of that. But this is also some ideas that have been successful in other river towns that we're going to hope to implement here. But again, just wanted to make you aware of it because some of this has been happening since June 30th.
No, and thank you, because it does address a real problem that we've had. Okay, so as long as we're not holding back anything by tabling it.
I just wanted you to be aware of it because it's been, we've
Terrific.
been speaking about it.
There was no action to be had. It was just.
No, there's not. I just
an
wanted to, like a committee report, because I've had these additional meetings with some of the folks outside of like the larger committee, just not to hold it up.
Yeah, no, that's terrific. Okay, number 8, old business, and this is the meeting dates. So we wanted to possibly add.
For the whole year.
Yes.
Right, so this comes about because we decided that it was worth discussing whether to continue to hold our meetings on the Tuesday evenings, which conflict often with the village meetings, or switch to Monday nights. And I think, Eileen, I think it was your work, right, where there are a number of these now that we're suggesting changing to Monday nights, where possible. Not all of them are possible. Any discussion about the meeting dates?
Do we want to table this till the next meeting, but at the same time decide on a date for the next meeting?
I guess the question is, are there any issues around the meeting dates? Does the rest of the school need our meeting dates, though, to proceed? I'm not sure.
Say again.
What was the question?
Does the rest, Jody said, should we table the approval of the Monday meeting dates, but I don't know if we have any issues around it, or if the district needs those dates in order to move forward with other dates.
Maybe they go into the calendar?
Yeah, well, and the PTSA's calendar.
Yeah, and I know, and I think the dates haven't been placed, and even I think for setting some of the other school events.
Jody, is there a reason you feel like we need to table?
I somehow thought there was discussion, but...
So I think we're all good with the calendar?
Monday's good.
And do we want to
Monday
propose
works.
another date while we're doing this at the same time and vote on it together? Or do you want to vote on the calendar first and then add the additional?
I think we should vote on this and then
Okay,
figure
thank
out
you.
the added one.
Okay, so can I have a motion to approve the calendar as it is set forth as an enclosure on the agenda?
Yeah, so moved.
In a second, please?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, now we,
So I'm hoping that we can add a work session meeting, maybe with some business item, maybe depending on how things play out over the next couple of weeks during the week of July 31st. So for me, I can make any night work. So
I'm good any night except for the 31st.
Same with me, Lisa.
Okay.
Actually, and I can't do Wednesday. I can do Monday or Thursday. I could do, I can do Tuesday or Thursday.
Anybody else have any restrictions?
Tuesday, the week looks generally fine to me. Tuesday seems like a good day, August 1st.
Later in the week is better for me.
Tim, does Thursday work for you?
Should. Let me just double check one thing.
And Jody, you're unable to check right now?
Well, I know I work late Thursday night. I have patients usually till probably 8, but I could do my best to get here.
So I think right now we're looking at Tuesday or Thursday. And I'm sorry, somebody had a problem with Wednesday? You have a problem? Okay.
So the week of the 31st we're talking about, correct?
Yes, Tuesday the 1st or Thursday the 3rd.
Yeah,
I can do.
I could do Tuesday.
and I can do either.
All right, so why don't we say Tuesday? Is that good with everybody? Do we need to do that by motion? Or we just said it? Okay.
What time do you want the meeting?
Tuesday. You tell me what time it is.
I'm fine. Okay, so that is Tuesday, August 31st. We just added a
August
word.
1st.
August 1st, thank you.
It's July 1st. Not July 31st. That's right. You're looking at it like me.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, and that is a work session in all likelihood?
It's some sort of meeting.
We'll have
yeah.
some business items.
A board event?
Yeah, the Board of Ed meeting, yes, and so there will likely be some business items.
Okay.
All right.
New business. We were going to discuss committees, but for the sake of time and in order to take advantage of our retreat time, we're going to table that until this,
We can do that on this night.
on
Yeah,
this night,
yeah,
on
right.
August 1st, not August 31st.
Well, I can wait, being we're having that extra meeting. The only committee, and again, it waits until next time, we need to have an audit committee in place before the end of August. Because there's some meeting, you have to meet with the audit, the external, so.
Okay, so we'll have that taken
Yes,
care of
yeah.
before then, okay.
I know you all have to fight each other because you all love to get on the audit.
It's our favorite committee, Maureen.
Okay, policy reviews, I don't think we have anything there.
Yeah, I don't think we do
Second
either.
public comment, we still do not have a public here. Does any board member have a comment?
Let's
Okay.
adjourn.
Then I believe we're adjourned. May I have a motion to adjourn? Do I need a motion to adjourn?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. And a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Choice.